Black Americans have no culture? Why these comments cause deep division and hurt. Imagine telling the very people whose music, style, and struggle shaped the culture that they have no culture. From hip-hop icons to Afrobeat stars, some Black immigrants and first-generation Black Americans have made comments like this. And the backlash has been real. Today, let's break down what was said, why it hurts, and what it means for relations between Black Americans and the wider African diaspora. They claim Black Americans have no culture. This idea didn't just come out of nowhere. Some people argue Black Americans lost their culture during slavery, while others use it to elevate African, Caribbean, or Latin American cultural heritage over Black American creations. But saying no culture ignores a rich legacy of blues, jazz, gospel, hip-hop, street fashion, slang, soul food, step shows, HBCUs, all born out of survival and genius. So who said what? Fat Joe, a Puerto Rican Cuban, in 2022 implied that Latinos were co-founders of hip-hop, leading many Black Americans to hear it as erasure. Joe doubled down at first, insisting hip-hop was half and half. Busta Rhymes, of Jamaican descent, has repeatedly said Jamaicans brought style and swagger that made hip-hop what it is. Critics see this as overshadowing Black American DJs, MCs, and dancers who built the culture. Akon, a Senegalese American, said African artists are more disciplined because they don't go to jail and have no excuses. He also claimed African performers are more professional than Black American ones. Many felt this played into hateful, harmful stereotypes about Black Americans being lazy or criminal. Burna Boy, a Nigerian artist, in 2019 said Black Americans don't know where they're from. Critics felt that this was dismissive, ignoring that Black Americans built a culture precisely because they were cut off from Africa. Kai Cenat, of Haitian and Trinidadian descent, one of the biggest streamers in the world and a major figure in online Black youth culture. In some streams and clips, Kai has echoed jokes or statements suggesting that Black Americans have no real culture or don't know where they're from. Though sometimes playful, it reinforced an idea already deeply painful to many Black Americans. For many viewers, it felt like even the new generation of influential creators who owe part of their brand, slang, humor, and audience to Black American internet culture still recycle the old claim of no culture. And because Kai's audience is massive and very young, those words spread very fast, sometimes shaping how millions see Black American identity. Have Black women made similar remarks? Publicly, far fewer Black immigrant women have made comments like this. Most high-profile cases come from male artists and male influencers. Some women may share similar private views, but they're less often documented. This discourse often stays male-dominated, especially in hip-hop and streaming. So why does it sting so deeply? These artists build wealth and fame from hip-hop, R&B, and Black American street culture. They wear American brands, styles, Timberlands, baggy jeans, and grills. They use American slang, dance moves, and marketing. To then turn around and say Black Americans have no culture feels like they're benefiting from the culture but denying its creators. They're blaming victims of slavery and systemic erasure, suggesting Black Americans are less Black or less authentic. It mirrors centuries of anti-Black tropes that enslaved Africans had no civilization, that Black Americans are lost, inferior, or incomplete. So, of course, this is going to create resentment. Black Americans will hear, "You have no roots, you are not real, you only matter when we use your art." Some Black immigrants and first gens hear, "You're outsiders, you don't belong, stop taking credit." And the result is mutual suspicion, especially online. Young Black Americans feeling disrespected by people who profit from them. The hypocrisy and the bigger picture. These same artists love Black American audiences, tours, cosigns, and platforms. They would not have global stages without Black American built music industries. Hip hop, R&B, soul, funk were all born in Black American struggle and became the biggest cultural export on earth. To deny that while cashing the checks isn't just ironic, it is deeply hurtful. So why does this keep happening? There is a genuine lack of real education about Black American history. There's also ego and nationalism, wanting to say we contributed too. And then there's industry public relations that flattens Black American origins to market globally. So what could heal this apparent divide? Acknowledge the facts. Hip-hop, blues, jazz, etc. were created by Black Americans. Celebrate Caribbean and African influences honestly, without rewriting history. And learn why saying no culture cuts deep. It echoes slavery and white supremacy. And also remember, the enemy isn't each other. It's the systems that robbed, divided, and still exploit Black people globally. True unity isn't pretending we're the same. It's respecting each other's real history. At the end of the day, Black American culture isn't just a style to copy or a beat to dance to. It's a living history, born from ancestors who survived the impossible and still created something the whole world moves to. So instead of asking if Black Americans have culture, maybe the real question is, how can we respect, protect, and honor that culture and the people who built it? If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, how do you think we can build real respect and unity across the diaspora? Thank you for watching, and to all Black Americans everywhere, your culture changed the world, and it still does.